The Superstar Shakeup edition of Monday Night Raw took place in Montreal, Quebec, Canada tonight. And the most notable thing on this show was the debut of the Viking Express. First of all, fuck the Viking Express. Fuck Izar. Fuck Eric. Fuck the Vikings. They're the War Raiders, goddammit. It should actually be War Machine first. Then they had to change it to the War Raiders in NXT. But the War Raiders are still a cool nickname. They are called the Viking Express. I would have even settled for the War Vikings. Why can't they just be the War Raiders? And even more egregious, I think people are focusing too much on the tag team name, the actual names. Izar and Eric. What in the actual fuck am I even hearing? Izar and Eric? These guys, Vince McMahon's killed this team. I can already see how they view them. I think Vince is going to view them as more of a comedy act. I think he probably sees more in heavy machinery than he does the War Raiders. He probably looks at Hanson, looks at a fat guy. He looks at Bro. He just doesn't see anything. There's just nothing there. These guys are going to get buried. I think they're going to be in the same position that the AOP are in, which is pretty much off TV. Look at the AOP. Are they even, one of them's hurt, but I mean, they were booked horribly. They can't even be called the authors of pain anymore. Maybe I think it's because of that. I think because the term authors of pain is too edgy for a PG audience. It might scare the kiddies. Same thing with War Raiders. War Raiders is too edgy. It might scare the kiddies. War makes people scared. Raiders, they make people scared. I mean, the football team's called the Raiders, but we can't call it a tag team called the fucking Raiders. It might make someone intimidated. What the fuck, man? The fucking Viking Express. God fucking damn it. Anyway, Stephanie McMahon comes out and she's wearing these casual blue jeans. It's awkward. I don't know. Shane comes out and then he does that stupid best in the world shit. The Miz is the first guy that jumps ship. He attacks Shane. And it's kind of funny. Shane attacks the Miz and the Miz is cut open from the side of his head. He's bleeding pretty bad here. But the Miz attacks Shane with the chair and I guess they'll probably continue to feud. I think they'll probably have the blow-off match at and then the Saudi Arabia show or something like that. So we start off with an 8-man tag. You have Ricochet, Aleister Black, Kurt Hawkins, and Zack Ryder. So I don't know if Ricochet and Black are permanently on Raw because one of them could turn on SmackDown because they've been on both shows. But as it is right now, I'm going to take it that both of them are on Raw. They're teaming with the Raw Tag Team Champions, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, who are a big of a joke as the B Team was as champions. Their opponents are the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. And their partners, Ivar and Eric. Ivar and Eric, the Viking Express. Does he think we don't watch NXT? They're the tag team champions. Ivar and Eric. Oh my god. Oh shit, man. Ivar and Eric. Oh, what the fuck? Ivar and Eric. Oh. Oh my god. Anyway, they hit the follow for the Viking Express. The Viking Express. Oh my god. First of all, Mick Foley, shut up. I saw him defending on Twitter. I saw the Road Dogg Brian James. You know, I was assuming because he's not the writer anymore, he doesn't have to be such a shell online, but he's going to be even more infuriating now. These idiots. So they announced, it was actually kind of cool. This part's good. It was a cool video package for Cedric Alexander, who's going to be on Raw. I think that's a good pickup for Raw. He definitely deserves to be called up to the main roster. I think Buddy Murphy will probably be up too soon. Maybe he's on SmackDown. So you have Zelina Vega and Andrade Almas come out. Almas, who is, I don't know if he's engaged to Charlotte, but she's with Charlotte now. I think they're probably pretty serious. So Zelina is with them. They're on Raw now. That's the second big one, or the third big one, I guess the War Raiders count. They interrupt Finn Balor, and it's Andrade and Balor, and Andrade pins Finn Balor with a 3. So there you go. Champs are chumps. Intercontinental champion. He just won the match. He pretty much squashed Bobby Lashley to win the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania as the Demon. He loses already. Finn Balor is very boring. The Demon is awesome. Finn Balor is very boring. I'm not afraid to say that. I want to see the Demon more. We should see the Demon on every single pay-per-view. Even some Raws, we can see the Demon. We need to see the Demon. This Finn Balor is fucking dull. They show Elias highlights of what happened last week with The Undertaker. Elias is in the ring, and here's the thing. Nothing against Rey Mysterio, but he's done these concerts last 2 weeks. On WrestleMania the night after. He's been interrupted by huge stars, John Cena and The Undertaker. When he does a concert, you're expecting a big star. You're not expecting Rey Mysterio. Rey's a star, certainly, but I mean, he's not, a legend we haven't seen in a while. You expect someone big. I was thinking it was going to be Bret the Hitman Hart because it's Canada and Montreal. But it was Rey, and Rey, something with Elias. Rey takes out Elias, and Lars Sullivan comes out, and he kills Rey Mysterio. So Lars Sullivan's going to get a huge fucking push. He is going to be pushed big. I'm still I'm supporting Lars. There's something, I think he does have a good presence. People compare him to Snitsky. People are comparing him to the A-Train, one of these ugly, hairy, bald guys. I'm going to give Lars a chance. There's something I do like about him. He's really not too bad in the ring if you've seen him compete in NXT. So they show Bobby Roode and Chad Gable in the ring. They should be split up. I hope they get split up in the Superstar Shakeup. Both these guys are going nowhere. They're against the newest team on Raw, and that is the Usos. The Uso Penitentiary is on Raw. Usos are on Raw. Kind of cool. I think they both should be on Raw. They've done everything they could on SmackDown. They come out, get the win over these two bums, and they're newest members of the Raw tag team roster. And everyone knows how much stronger the SmackDown tag roster is over the Raws. Hopefully they have a Hawkins and Ryder as transitional champion and just put the belts right away on the Usos. They need to do that quickly. They show highlights of Reigns and McIntyre from WrestleMania, which almost put me to sleep because I completely forgot the match even happened. And it's only been 8 days. So Alexa Bliss comes out, and she's going to do another moment of bliss. Hopefully Alexa doesn't wrestle anymore. I like her. I like Alexa. I've always been a fan of her. It's just in the ring, I don't need to see her push because they're going to push her to the moon. They love her. She's unbelievably attractive. She's gorgeous. She's cute. She is blonde, blue eyes, beautiful smile. We all know how good-looking Alexa is. The problem is when she's in the ring, she's not very good, and they're going to push her heavily because of her looks. I like Alexa in this part. I think you can have her host more shows, have her in that kind of role. I don't need to see her in the ring anymore. I mean, she can have a match here and there. I prefer in this world, and I don't want to see her in the ring anymore. I like her a lot better here. And I thought she did a really good job hosting WrestleMania. So have her do this. Her first guest is Sami Zayn. So this is crazy. Sami comes out. All of Montreal is singing Sami Zayn's song. They're doing that's such a babyface song, even though he's a heel. It's crazy. He's a babyface, he's a heel, but he has the most babyface theme ever. That's another problem I have with Daniel Bryan as a heel. They need to change their theme music. If you're going to be a heel, you have to go all the way with it. Anyway, Sami is cheered heavily. The fans adore Sami Zayn. He's the biggest babyface. They're going absolutely nuts. They sing a song, and then he sits down. They play it again, gets back up, play it a third time. It's nuts. Alexa is just thinking, what the hell? And then he turns heel. He rips into the crowd. He says he loves the city, but he hates the people. And what happens is the fans start to chant loudly Kevin Owens, which is funny. They go nuts. They chant Kevin Owens very loud. I'm sure they'll see him tomorrow. They can cheer him there. But they're going nuts for Kevin Owens. And Sami Zayn continues to go into the crowd. He even says he doesn't want to do Alexa's show. And Alexa says, how rude. And then as he continues to rip into the crowd, Alexa interrupts and she turns babyface, basically. She says, well, why would you say this to your people? And she's ripping into him. So it looks like Alexa is a babyface now. I mean, may as well just let her be a face. Don't need her to be heel. Fans kind of like her anyway. Just let her do this talk show stuff. Let her be a face. She's that lovable blonde. She's a host. That can be her job. I don't need to see her, as a push to the top heel champion anymore. That title reign last year was a joke. She was champ for almost a year. It was nuts. She was champ for a year, minus 8 days. So he tells them to go to hell, and that's it. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay come to the ring, and they show they're advising Bayley. And okay, I know I had to talk about this. I was considering making a video this week. I decided not to because I thought it was probably a work. Even though it seemed real, he had some respected journalist on Twitter, the most highly influential wrestling journalist, Slice Wrestling, reporting that Sasha Banks asked for her release. Even though he's right a lot of times, yeah, Okay, I'm not so sure about that. Anyway, the Sasha stuff, I'm going to support her. I like Sasha Banks. I'm a fan of hers. I think she's unhappy. Those cryptic tweets she always puts, she does that on Twitter all the time. She always puts cryptic tweets. I genuinely feel that this woman's unhappy at her job. And if you like Sasha, I mean, we don't know her as a person, but if she's that unhappy, which it does seem she is, I hope she doesn't come back because she really seems unhappy there. Just some of the tweets, this is someone who should not be wrestling there if you're that unhappy. So I don't know what's up with Sasha Banks. I don't know what she's going to do. If I had to make a guess, I think we'll see her back in the WWE. I don't think it's going to be a Neville situation when he took his ball and went home. And a couple years ago, he didn't get out of his contract for a whole year, and he kept trying to bring her back. He wouldn't come. I don't think this is a CM Punk thing where he hates wrestling. He wants nothing to do with wrestling. I don't think it's that. I think she still wants to wrestle. Just she's pissed off at her employer right now. So I think you'll see Sasha Banks back eventually. But right now she's not going to be back. They're doing this whole thing. Bayley can't find Sasha, and she's looking for a new partner. Her new partner is Naomi, and Naomi comes out, and Corey Graves pretty much buries Sasha. He meant to say she took her ball and went home, but he said something like she quit her ball and went home. Well, at least Sasha Banks did not cheat on her partner and didn't walk out on her kids, even though she doesn't have kids. At least, what's worse than what Corey Graves did? I mean, cheat on your wife, walk out on your kids. Yeah, Sasha should have tweeted that. Anyway, Naomi and Bayley beat the Iconics, and immediately I can see this is why Sasha Banks doesn't want to be here. I mean, she was pissed off about the champ. You think she's a mark? She probably is, but those titles mean absolute shit now. The Iconics are champ, and they're jobbing out to Naomi and Bayley, and pretty much got their asses kicked here. So there you go. That's why I was mad when the Iconics won at WrestleMania. I hate joke champions, and they both of them are a complete joke, and that's it. EC3 comes out to the stage, and they go back, and we see the fucking Bray Wyatt smoking box. So I guess Bray's just going to be a puppet master. If you've seen that movie in the 80s, The Puppet Master, it's a pretty good horror film. This is what he's going to do. He's going to have his own fucking puppets. I read the puppets killed their master, that scene. I hope they need to do the same to Bray Wyatt's character to get him off TV. Fuck. It's fucking Puppet Master. What the fuck are they doing? So Braun Strowman kills EC3. EC3 should be gone with the company. He chokeslams him off the stage onto a platform, and it breaks, so EC3 is dead. Becky Lynch comes out, and oh my god, she has lost so much of her steam. WWE has almost killed Becky Lynch before she even she's even had her moment. The WrestleMania momentum's already gone. She's not even that over here. They've killed Becky. They're going to turn on Becky. They may not turn on her because they have an incredible opponent, but WWE has ruined Becky Lynch already. That's sad. Anyway, it's Becky and Ruby Riott. The fans get behind Becky in the match, but she's lost all her presence. She was just main evented WrestleMania. It's all gone. All her big star power. It feels like it's all gone. They took away all her edge. She's done. Man, I don't know. At least Becky got her huge moment. You can't take away winning the main event at WrestleMania, but she does feel like such less of a star here. And she has no one to play off of. She's feuding with Lacey Evans. It doesn't really matter, I guess. But, yeah, she beats Ruby Riott, and then Natalya comes out. I don't even remember. Maybe this was before the break. But Natalya comes out, challenges her, and says she wants to wrestle her. Natalya's going to face Lacey Evans. It's Lacey Evans and Natalya. Lacey Evans pins Natalya. Lacey Evans sucks. She did her moonsault. She almost breaks Natalya's ribs. That was horrible. They show Roman Reigns. The main event's going to be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and a mystery partner against Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin, and three most boring guys in the roster. Who cares? They show another Bray Wyatt dollhouse. This one has, I don't even remember. What is it? There's stuffed animals in the room. There's a female doll. It's horrible. Anyway, main event. So they showed McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin in the back. Those are the three most boring heels in the company. They come out, and their opponents are Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and the newest member of the Raw roster, the phenomenal AJ Styles. Long overdue. I think everyone expected AJ to be on Raw soon. This is the most predictable one of a big star. Happy AJ's on Raw. He's done everything he did on SmackDown. SmackDown is the host that AJ Styles built. It's going to be kind of sad not watching SmackDown without AJ. It's going to be a little bit we are not watching it with him there, but he's not there, and he gets the win for his team. AJ Roman and Seth win.